What's up, YouTube? So I'm out here in my shed, and I got another interesting view for you. So I got some subscribers that was asking me if I would show them how I build my rat rack systems. Yeah, you heard that right, rat rack system. Say that 3 times real fast, huh? So I want to show you, and I want to give a big shout out to my good friend in Pasadena, Texas, Robert Powers with Lone Star Racks. He just built me one on top of the 2 that I built. Now I'm going to show you the difference. The brother's got some good game. Let me show you. So here in my shed, I breed exotic snakes. I have several, quite a few actually. So in here, I have different types of snakes and rats. Right here, these are called fancies. Let me show you. These are called fancy rats. They get to a jumbo size and they produce a lot of offspring. Problem is they drink a lot of water. Now you can see I use these glass water bottles, right? That's what I did. I just built the systems and bought some tubs from Home Depot, and I built them to spec, and they work great. I got a little temperature gauge up here. Lets me know what temperature it is. There's some right here. They're not aggressive. This is a mama here. You can touch them. They have no disease. I keep everything very clean. As you can see, ain't no urine in here, no poop. And when it is, I clean it up. And then, see, they don't bite me when I grab their babies because they're used to me handling them. She's very nosy. Nosy Rosie. I call her Rosie because she's very nosy. And these are her babies. This is a fuzzy. Now I grow them up and I feed them to my snakes. I got a few baby snakes that eat them at this size. And then here's my big old boy. Look at this. See, man, they ain't aggressive. They don't have any fleas. I actually treat them. These are my breeders. I do not feed them off. I feed off their babies. Anyway, so those are them. And then I have these. These are called African soft furs. These are a little bit harder to acquire now. These are a little bit harder to acquire. Look at that big mama there. Now, here's the difference. This one here is not weaned yet. See, his eyes are closed. And then I got them this size over here. See, look at all these things. There's a bunch of them in here. This is just one little breed. So, you know, I sell these things for quite a bit of money. Now, here's the thing. This is a weaned one. They'll hop around all over the place. See, it's hard to keep them in your hand. So what I'll do is I'll just show you. Got a few different colors. See the albino in this one? See the red eyes? And then I got the normals. Different bloodlines. And that's all I do, man. I get this rat food from Missouri. It's called Missouri Rat Food. Not from the state. That's the name of the company. It comes in these blocks. What I do is put them in these galvanized trash cans. These are 30-gallon trash cans. And I put it in there. I'm zooming out here so it looks like this thing's about a third of the way full. Looks like I don't have much. But there's a lot in there. I fill it up once every couple months. I got some food on the way. And this one I keep my chicken food for the chickens. Now my thermostats, shout out to VE. These are great quality products. I got several different types. Hobby Stats, VE 100s, VE 300s, ×2. Now the ×2 means I can run 2 racks at one time versus on this one or these running 1 snake rack at one time. You have to keep temperature control. Now I want to show you my brother Robert Powers. He's got a good system here. Now he does the Lowe's system. He goes to Lowe's, buys these tubs, same thing. And but what he does different See, there's a water system with a bucket. Holds a lot more water than these. I'm having to change these out every day. And he hooked me up with a 5-gallon bucket. So, you go to Lowe's and buy all this stuff here. And they come with these metal nipples here. And I hook them up. This rack I just got yesterday. So I'm over here now taking the babies like this, these weaned ones, and I'm gonna fill these tubs up here in the next couple days. I'm gonna give them a little bit more time to grow. I want them to get a little bigger off mama's milk, you know what I'm saying? It's healthy, very healthy. And then whenever they get a little bit bigger, I'm gonna fill this whole this is a 6-tier. It has 6 tubs. I put them in here and they grow. I don't have this hooked up yet. I only hooked up one to show y'all. Now I gotta clip that little piece there. You see them sharp pieces? Before I put anything in here, I'll clip that. I don't leave any hazards for my products to get hurt on. Excuse the man on a motorcycle driving by. That was loud. But that's what I'm doing there. And this is how I create food for my snakes. And I don't have to pay for it. Now see, normally you'd have to pay about, I'd say $100, $150 actually. We did the math the other day. It cost me about $150 a week just to feed my snakes. I've got a vast variety of snakes, and it would cost me about $150 a week to feed them. So I'm not paying that money. I'm not paying that money. I'm a man that doesn't like to do stuff like that. So what I did was I started my own rats. As long as you keep up with them, change out their bedding, let them know who you are. They're very intelligent creatures. They don't bite me. And anyone that does, I feed to the snake. We feed rats to the snakes. Don't like rats around here, right? So that's how you're able to save a lot of money in this business and not have to give it away. I don't want to be every other week having to order, 30 rats for my snakes. I'm a small-time guy. I'm working my way up. I have roughly 20, 30 snakes. I have to go in there and count every one of them. But shout out to Michelob Ultra. It's a good beer. So it saves a lot of money for me to be able to do this. Now the pros and the cons. The pros are, well, I just told you, it saves me a lot of money. That's a pro. Put that money, fold it up, put it in your pocket, and that's how you double it. You're not going to double your money if you're spending your money, spending your money, spending your money, spending your money. You don't want to do that. That's bad business. So what you do is you fold it up, put it back in your pocket. Now here's the thing. When you do that, it's a great pro because see, I got to write down everything I do. Everything I do, I have to write down my profits and my losses. So that's a loss every week. So what I do is I create profits. That's $150 worth of profit. It's profit. I'm folding it. I'm putting it in my pocket. That's a profit. So that's a good profit too. The cons. Every 3 days I have to come out here and change this bedding or it smells like urine. So if you're curious about your own racks, you want to make sure you get some quality tubs. Want to make sure you build it to spec. And I'm kind of keen on this 5-gallon bucket thing. I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, man, that's the way to go. So, if I were you, I'd spend the $50 and rig up your system. Now, that's really the only cons I have, because I don't care how you feel. It's not your feelings I'm trying to impress. It's my pockets I'm trying to impress. To hell with your feelings. Who are you? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You're always going to have a hater. You're always going to have somebody trying to hold you back. And those kind of people are no good for your life. If these people are trying to hold you back, saying, yeah, fuck them people. Pardon my French. But that's just straight to the point. Fuck them people. Worry about you and your family. Try to put food on your plate. Don't worry about nobody else. So the cons are, sometimes it stinks a little bit. So what I do is, to curb that, I don't have that problem. I did at first because I didn't understand. But now I know. See, I was on a once every 7 days I clean it. Well, I've realized once every 3 days I need to clean it. So here's what I do. I keep them food up here. You have to feed your products. So I keep them food here. And I go in my garden and get them fresh veggies all the time and give it to them. And they eat the hell out of it. It's the first thing they eat every morning. So it's already gone. And every one of these tubs, right out my garden, they've already ate everything out the garden. You know, and now they're eating on this stuff. So I'll go and I'll take a scoop out of there and put it in here. And it don't fall through, and it gives them something to chew on. And then they've got to have water source. You have to have food and water, obviously. Don't you need food and water to survive? So it costs me, let's say, one bag of that rat food at 25 pounds costs me about $20. And I'll buy about 100 pounds of it. And that's less than $100 shipped to my front door. And I got food to last for several months. And that's pretty neat. And what I do is I go to Tractor Supply here, and I buy premium pine shavings. It fluffs for comfort, it's absorbent, it's a soft flake with low dust, 8 cubic feet volume. Very good stuff. $6 a bag. $6 a bag. One bag does 12 tubs, maybe 2 months worth. And that's every 3 days of changing it. It's very, very, very profitable to breed your own food for your money. Those snakes produce a lot of money. Let me explain something to you. We're working on a few projects that I can't just throw out there, right? We're working on a few projects, and per snake, they sell for $3,000 to $5,000 a piece. It's a huge market. And if you don't believe me, you can go to morphmarket.com and look at the different morphs. Go to ball pythons. That's what I have the most of. I won't tell all my secrets, but that's what I have the most of. And they bring a lot of money in, and it's real cool. They breed twice a year. I told you I'd make this video, and I got some questions, and I said, you know what, I'm going to do it. And they breed twice a year, and they sell like hotcakes. They sell like hotcakes. Why would you not do it? Why would you not do it? Are you comfortable? See, I don't really like snakes. Not at all. In fact, I'm scared of them, and I can't stand them. Well, that was how I used to feel. But now that I've got these and I deal with them all the time, I've lost that fear and I've lost that hatred. And these rats, I used to think, oh, they're disgusting. They have disease. They're going to kill me. I'm going to get the plague. Man, that's bogus. I'm not getting them out the ditch. I buy these from reputable breeders, and they are grade A healthy. So I'm able to overcome a lot of those fears. You know, I didn't like it at first either, but I like them. I like the money. You know, I'm trying to make some money. So I come from Port Arthur, Texas. Anybody that knows about Port Arthur, Texas, it's the slum of the universe. You'd be robbed by a crackhead, broad daylight. No problem with it. You know, I come from the east side, which is a little bit better than the west side, but it's a rough place. And only the strong will survive that place. And that's a fact, Jack. If you don't believe me, go down there and get you a place. Everybody can't be Pimp C and live on Jimmy Johnson. You know what I mean? Some of us lived off the avenue. I slept in a slide several times in my life. So what I do nowadays is I'm on a whole nother level. I don't let things bother me like I used to, and I'm trying to make it. And so we're all just trying to make it in this world. Every single one of us. When you think somebody made it, they trying to make it a little more. You know what I mean? So this is one of my hustles here. Well, technically that's two of my hustles, because these rats, they actually sell. In fact, let me tell you how small this world is. One of my packages of my rat food got delivered to the wrong house by UPS. Boy, UPS is terrible. And FedEx ain't much better. I got to be honest with you. They got to get something going on in that business over there. I don't know how they miscalculate things and they misconstrue things and they deliver packages the wrong house. Maybe your address is on the front of the house. How you get it wrong? Anyway, that's another story. So they screwed up yet again and sent my package to the wrong house. Well, the guy comes to my house and said, "Man, you breed rats?" I said, "I sure do." And he said, "Man, I got some snakes." I said, "Really? How many do you have?" He's got 3 morphs, and he needed 3 jumbos because they're large. And so now I'm selling them to him. He lives right down the street, And I didn't think anybody else in my neighborhood was even doing what I'm doing. And he's doing it too, but he don't have rats. Yeah, he just moved in here. He's fresh in the neighborhood. So I breed them. So I'm selling them to him. It's just a small world, man. There's a big market over here. And it works out great, works out real great, and I feel blessed to be able to provide to these people some of these things like that. Now, the snakes, on the other hand, that's really the cash crop. That's why I'm doing the rats. But that's 2 hustles into one thing. That's 2 grinds in one thing. So why wouldn't you do it? Would you spend that extra money every week? $150 every single week? There's 52 weeks in a year. You do the math. That's a lot of money every year. That's thousands of dollars. Just right off the top of my head, without doing the math, that's $8,000, $9,000. $8,000. I don't know. I have to sit down and do the math. I got a calculator on this phone. But I've had a few of these Michelob Ultras, so my math might be a little off. But I tell you what, it's profitable. I'm able to fold the money back up, put it in my pocket, and use it for other things. You see, we're opening another business this week. So, it's profitable. And that's what it all boils down to. Profit. So the pros outweigh the cons. The cons are, oh man, they stink sometimes. Oh man, I got to buy some rat food. But when you look at the cons, how much I save for doing it. And then I've just figured out now, every 3 days you want to change your shavings. You want to clean these tubs every 3 days. If you do that, you will have no problems with smell. You'll have no problems with any kind of medical outbreaks on your rats. No problems at all. It's smooth sailing. So, any of you out there that are watching this, breeding your own rats, your own snakes, your own anything, I'm encouraging you to keep going. Because they make money, man. They make good money. And the more you go, the more you're gonna make. I got a friend that I know from Houston that has about 150, but I'm probably lowballing him. Probably got more than that on these snakes. And the man's living in $350,000 house, and he don't even have a job. No job. Sell snakes. 2 times a year they breed. All year long he's selling on Morph Market. Man, get on your money, man, and get off the boo-boo. So many people out here so full of hatred, man. Push them people out of your life. Push them people out of your life. You don't need them people. They need you. You don't need them. Push those people out of your life. I've had to do that recently. Man, it makes brothers smile. You know what I'm talking about? Makes brothers smile to push them kind of folks out of your life, man. You just can't. Life's so short, man. You can't have that stress on you. Can't have that stress. Gotta smile, show you real. Smile. You know what I mean? Make that money. Make that money. It's profitable. Profitable. This ain't nothing. This is nothing. I don't even have to deal with them. Once I get them all going with this bucket, I'll deal with that once a week. I don't even have to deal with these things here no more. You know, I mean, this worked out great because I started with these, and this is the last one I got. It was hanging in there too. See, what happens is if you let them drink all the water, I'm fixing after this video, I'm gonna fill all these back up with water. Oh, I got this one too. So with these plastic ones, they start nibbling on this here, and it starts leaking water. So you lose all your water due to a leakage. Well, this cuts all that out. See, there ain't nothing they can nibble on. This gets hooked up in there. There's nothing they can nibble on. All they can do is hit this here, and it drips the water out. This is good for birds, for reptiles, and for rodents. These are classified as a rodent. But these rodents are so clean you could eat them. I'm not going to eat them, but you could. You know, look at these babies in here, man. They're so happy. They're so happy, man. They're just breeding. I got them all over this place, man. All over the place. Babies in every one of these tubs, just about. They like to hide them underneath that stuff when they know I'm coming. It's kind of funny. But you see, these right here, they can't nibble on the metal and create a hole. And they can't nibble on the glass and create a hole either. So there's no leakage on these. But the problem is you got to keep filling them up all the time. See, this one here, I filled this up this morning. It's in the afternoon now. It's empty. So I got to fill that up here as soon as I finish this video. You know, and then I have these smaller rats over here, and they don't drink as much. But these real big ones, boy, they drink a lot of water. So you want to avoid the plastic. If you can't afford to go this way, this is kind of pricey. A rack like this is going to cost you, from my friend Robert Powers, who's a competitor on the market. He big name, good friend of mine. I highly recommend you do business with him at Lone Star Rat and Snake Racks. So if you get it like this costs you $350. If you get it like this, it's cost you $250. Man, spend the extra money and go this route. Spend the extra money and go this route. I didn't realize that at first. See, I'm learning as I go. And I'm trying to teach you not to make the same mistakes that I did. You know, this works, but it don't work as well as this does. You know. Now, this one's empty. And as soon as I get off this video, I'm about to fill it up about halfway. And then I'll wait till next week and I'll fill the rest of them up. And, you know, that's what it is. That's a beautiful sight right there. That's profit right there. Not only is it profit, it's income. Income. It's amazing. Nothing. It almost takes no effort at all. Every 3 days you gotta, the effort it takes is every 3 days you gotta clean out that bedding. Man, it's so easy. It takes me 30 minutes, I'm done. And I go on about my business and I just give them a little water. But I'm not going to have to water them twice a day once I get these bucket systems on these other two racks. So, you know, it works out great. And so far, it's been a blessing. God is really looking out for me. You know, He's throwing me all kind of bones in every direction. And I'm just so thankful to God. You know, for all kind of different hustles coming my way. I have 12 different hustles that I do. I don't sit around all day long. And this YouTube might turn out to be number 13. So, you know, I'm real blessed and I'm real happy and I'm real proud. And I just want y'all to know that it's real profitable to do this for yourself. So if you're out there breeding snakes, get some rat racks. Breed your own food. Quit buying this stuff from these people at these high prices. It doesn't make any sense. So that's my opinion on the rats. You know, sometimes you got to step out of your comfort zone in order to do something new, to have something you never had. So just keep grinding, keep your pedal to the metal, and don't quit. Don't give up. Don't you give up, YouTube. Keep going. Keep grinding. Smile in them haters' faces. And keep going. Much love from Brandon to you. And Happy New Year's, YouTube. I got a couple more videos coming up. Today we're going to butcher that chicken. It ain't for the faint-hearted either. But I tell you what, that's another story. Keep updated. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll keep hitting you with different licks all the time. I got another video coming on how to create a business for yourself with no help and no support. I'm going to show you how to make it, YouTube. Follow me. Have a nice day and Happy New Year.